Welcome to Earthly Reads, a My Cup of Earth production. Long ago, there lived a little rabbit named Rosie. Rosie lived in a cozy burrow beneath a giant oak tree in a lush meadow filled with wildflowers. She loved to spend her days hopping through the meadow, sniffing out the sweetest wildflowers and making friends with the other creatures who lived there. Rosie was a curious rabbit, always eager to explore and learn about the world around her. She loved to listen to the stories of the old badger, who lived in a nearby set and had seen many amazing things in his long life. The badger's stories were full of adventure and bravery, and Rosie would often sit for hours, wide-eyed and fascinated, as he told her tales of his travels and exploits. One day, as Rosie was out on one of her adventures, she stumbled upon a hidden path she had never seen before. The path was overgrown with weeds and vines, and it looked as though it hadn't been used in a long time. But Rosie was intrigued, and she decided to follow it to see where it might lead. The path wound its way through the meadow, twisting and turning through the tall grasses and wildflowers. Rosie hopped along, her heart pounding with excitement, as she wondered what she might find at the end of the path. As she walked, the air grew cooler and the sky grew darker. Rosie began to feel a sense of unease, as though she was being watched. She looked around, but she couldn't see anything out of the ordinary. She continued on, her senses on high alert, as she followed the path to its end. Finally, the path opened up into a clearing. In the center of the clearing stood an enormous tree, its branches reaching up towards the sky like giant arms. The tree was unlike any Rosie had ever seen before. Its trunk was twisted and gnarled, and its leaves were a deep, rich green. Rosie approached the tree cautiously, feeling a sense of awe and wonder. She had never seen a tree so big and beautiful before. As she reached out to touch the trunk, she heard a soft voice whispering in her ear. "Welcome, little one," the voice said. "I have been waiting for you." Rosie spun around, trying to see who was speaking to her, but there was no one in sight. She looked up at the tree, and that was when she saw it, a door carved into the trunk, with a small keyhole in the center. The voice whispered again, "The key to the door is hidden deep within the meadow. You must find it and unlock the door to discover the secrets that lie within." Rosie's heart was racing with excitement. She had never been on a quest before, but she was determined to find the key and unlock the door. She set off across the meadow, searching high and low for any sign of the key. As she searched, she met all sorts of creatures who offered to help her on her quest. There was a wise old owl who perched in a nearby tree, offering her words of wisdom and guidance. There was a kind field mouse who offered to help her search for the key, scurrying through the grasses and sniffing out any clues. And there was even a mischievous fox who tried to lead her astray, but ultimately ended up helping her find the key. After many hours of searching, Rosie finally found the key hidden in a hollow log. She inserted the key into the keyhole and turned it, and the door creaked open with a satisfying click. Rosie stepped through the doorway and found herself in a beautiful garden filled with the most vibrant and exotic flowers she had ever seen. There were flowers of every color, shape, and size, and they all seemed to be glowing with an otherworldly light. In the center of the garden stood a beautiful fairy, with wings as delicate as a butterfly and hair as bright as the sun. She smiled at Rosie and beckoned her closer. "Welcome, little one," the fairy said. "I have been waiting for you. You have unlocked the door to the secret garden, and now you must learn its secrets." Rosie spent many hours in the garden, learning about the magic of nature and the secrets of the forest. She met all sorts of creatures who lived in the garden, from the tiniest insects to the largest trees, and she discovered that the garden was a place of great power and wisdom, where the secrets of the universe could be unlocked. As the sun began to set, Rosie knew it was time to leave the garden and return to her burrow. She said goodbye to the fairy and thanked her for the incredible adventure. And as she stepped back through the doorway, she felt a sense of wonder and awe that she had never felt before. From that day on, Rosie visited the secret garden whenever she could, learning new secrets and marveling at the beauty of the natural world. And she never forgot the wise words of the fairy, who told her that the secrets of the universe were hidden in plain sight, waiting for anyone brave enough to seek them out. As for the key, Rosie kept it safe in her burrow, knowing that it would always be there to unlock the door to the secret garden. And she lived happily ever after, surrounded by the beauty and wonder of the natural world. The end. I hope you enjoyed this new story from Earthly Reads. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe.